guys, what's going on? F1 my pawn here, and welcome back to Pathfinder WOTR the Righteous. Since we last left off, if I do recall correctly, we had just finished the first part of the DLC of Midnight Isles, which is a long, grindy bit of sessions of combat and whatnot, but we did manage to come out of it with a very potent item that is going to carry us through the majority of the game, I suspect. For this stream, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be talking with the ferryman, getting off the boat, and seeing what else there is for us in store. But I digress. Without further ado, let's get into things and see what happens. Alright. So, last I recall, we were going to talk with the Helmsman. So, now we're going to do that. We're going to polymorph back in face shape. Go. Now, something I should note, or should say specifically, in regards to my leveling up and my plan to multi-class, well, not multi-class, but respec. What I'm thinking of doing is I'm going to completely remodel the character once I hit level 21 specifically. Now, for those of you who aren't aware, I do have Toy Box enabled, and I have it to where Toy Box allows me to go beyond level 20, if you are curious. But yeah, we will be going to level 21, or at least that's the aim, and then we are going to respec from there. That's the plan that I have decided to go with. I do have an idea in mind that will allow me to make more benefits with combat. So my hope is that works, but I don't know, to be quite honest, because this is quite the it's a mixed bag on whether it works or not, but we'll have to see. Regardless. I was right to bet on you, I see. You aren't scared of some feeble shade of the past. A shade of the past. My past. We have found our first treasure. My memories. Know that I am all that is left of Neandry, once the greatest and richest of demon lords. I was tricked and slain. But a demon lord can vanquish even death itself. That is why we sail. You are after the treasures that were once mine. Don't be shy, line your pockets. Neandry is generous, but I seek something more important, something immeasurably precious. Myself. Do not fear the shade that hides within the chain. Don't listen to it, or better yet, forget about its existence. In a way, that shade is me, the pathetic, impotent part of me. I wouldn't tolerate its presence on my ship if it didn't have its uses. It holds the shreds of my memories, and shows me the way to that which used to be mine. That ludicrous chain is our guiding thread. By following it, we will find all of my treasure. But now is not the time. I need to gather my strength and reacquaint myself with the memories that have returned to me. We will set out on a new voyage later, but for now, goodbye, my treasure. Who are you?
Once, in days long past, they called me Neandry. But that name has long been forgotten. You may call me the Helmsman.
What is that horrific shadow that's bound to the ship's chain? What does it want? A shade of the past. My past. We have found our first treasure, my memories. Know that I am all that's left of Neandry. Once the greatest and richest of demon lords, I was tricked and slain. But a demon lord can vanquish even death itself. That is why we sail. You are after the treasures that were once mine? Okay. And yeah, there is the chain that's behind him that we can talk with, if we so desire. There's no reason to not, so let's do it. Alright, there we go. We'll just save under here. There we go. And let's go talk with this chain. Chain is silent. It's impossible to tell that Hindry's essence lurks within. I know you're there. Answer me. The silence remains, but it does react to your words. You now feel the presence of another. Who are you? The silence grows heavy, oppressive. The metal of the chain seems to darken. A minute passes before you hear a hoarse voice. I am the Hindry. The Hindry died many years ago. Yes. Why do you not want to talk? Remembering is difficult. An eternity has passed since the moment of my death. But the memories wake me. They are my pain, and oblivion is my salvation. The Helmsman claims that he is the true Nihindri. Imposter. Tell me about the memory that awakened you. No, I don't want to remember. I can't. I won't. I don't want to live that pain again. The ship shudders beneath your feet. No. No. The chain grows hot. Fiery streaks are running along its length. The moment you touch it, the Hindry's memory becomes almost tangible. His pain overtakes you. I, little thief. The sly protean who goes by the foolish name of Starrat, is not even trying to break free from my grasp. Has he given up? Have I triumphed? I have. You will steal from me no longer. Not one of my jewels will grant you even a spark of rapture. My growl as in my triumph devours me from the inside. But my thief merely shakes his crystal rattle and hisses without a care. What good is your baubles to me? I was never after them. I don't need the treasures themselves, but your anger and wounded pride. Now those were delightful. Gloating is in my nature, and I find joy in besting such a mighty opponent. And you found joy in our rivalry. You reveled in this hunt, did you not? You caught your prey this time. Now release me so we can continue our game. My thief meets my gaze with shameless naivete, as if utterly unafraid of me. I care not for games, but you truly are good at what you do. Or rather, let's go with option 2. I did indeed enjoy our game. Let us continue playing. What madness is this? What enjoyment was there to find in being robbed by this obnoxious snake? The hunt brought me no thrill, only resentment, rage. My devious little thief slithered his way into my mind. Is he manipulating my thoughts? Is he trying to steal my victory? He won't have it. My thinking. Even if he were to swear loyalty to me now, the wound of a born liar would be worth less than a jingle-jangle on his rattle. He'd be a poor servant, who would simply take advantage of my generosity to steal from me again. But then why is it that I yearn to give him a chance? What foolishness. This thought of unworthy of my cunning, away with it! You will be my trophy. Day after day, you, spawn of chaos, will linger in your suffocating cage. Your heart will rot, your mind will slip, and you will spend the rest of your days as a chained, bloodthirsty beast. My cursed little thief laughs, mocking me, acidly, insufferably. You just robbed yourself. Robbed yourself of glorious entertainment. What a fool. Even the threat of imprisonment and degradation into a primitive beast with no desires, other than killing and torture, cannot stop this snake from ridicule. Abruptly, I twist his feeble arm and rip the crystal rattle from his grasp, throwing it onto the floor. This jingling is so pathetic, so fragile. I drag his cackling, convulsing body to the cage, trying to calm my restless heart. Now he is mine. Now he belongs to me. My prize, my trophy, my claimed thief. Why then do I taste the bitterness of another loss? You've been right. No, of course not. Of course not, no. Well, that's grim. So if you were to, so it does seem like from the sub-options, he does have, like, a compelling motivation to try and do good, but it's just not there. Not there yet, anyways. We'll go price in descending order here. Grab literally everything here. This is gonna probably make us very overweight, but that's perfectly fine. I can easily just drop all this when I need to. Grab everything here, and I think this is everything. Yep. Gonna take us some time to actually move down here, but other than that, we should be fine. And if I do some haste or expeditious retreat stuff, I should be able to increase our speed just enough to get through here. Here we go. Alright, we go over to here. Gonna take some time, but, you know, that's fine. My hope is that the expedition retreat has increased my movement speed at least a little bit. At least faster than what I have been doing. And we'll go from there. Alright. But hey, we managed to do quite well, I'd say. So I'm satisfied with the results. We've got plenty of protections, so my hope is that we're just going to effectively be immortal for the most part. But regardless, we're going to go back to Galarian. We're going to sell everything that we've managed to procure. The reason I'm doing it this way is because I might as well just sell it to the charlatan, right? There we go. Show me your potions and scrolls. Here we go. Price in descending order. We'll start with the basic of gear. There we go. Alright. Apparently these chainmails are considered +3, but they're not as expensive as they should be. But we are going to sell them anyways, because we don't need them. Alright, full plates are absurd. Apprentice robes will keep. We'll sell the normal stuff for the most part. Mithril Heavy Shield, we'll sell that. We don't need to +2 full plate for this. Aramaki +3 could be good. Nah. We don't need the leather armor, we don't need the hide armor, but we'll keep it anyways, because it's technically special. Robe of Earth we'll keep. We don't need the Mithril full plate, even though it's pretty nice. Bashing Shield we keep, Robe of Unspeakable Truth we keep, and a Guardian Shield we also keep. Okay, and then we do the same for the special magical items here. Keep that. Sell that. Keep the Evercold. Agile Kukris go, Keen goes. Okay. Kapow. Kapow. Ooh, a Heartseeker nunchuck. When wielded by a monk, it grants a +5 to CMD and CMB. That's pretty cool. Iron Prayer will keep. Sell this. Keep that. Sell that. There we go. Armor's done. There we go. We don't need lesser gloves of dueling. Don't need the low tier gear. +2 cloaks of resistance. We can sell those. We can keep the lesser braces of archery. I'm not sure we'll use them, but it's there, I suppose, right? We don't need the +2s of protection. We got +3, which is our higher material, so we'll be fine there. Let's see, we don't need these. We will keep the +4s for now, but anything that's +2 we'll probably ditch. Aim at the Mighty Fist +2 we don't need. Do we need Rings of Protection +3? I'll keep them around, but yeah. We'll bulk sell here just to get rid of anything excess. There we go. I think for the majority that's basically it. Price in descending order. Alright. Get 20 of those. We don't need break enchantments. Baleful Polymorph is nice, but not necessarily good if you're using it normally. There we go. We'll get 9 more, just to be certain. We don't really need much else, but I will go from there. There we go. False Life Greater. I guess we could use more. There we go. We'll just get 6. Why not? Rushing Despair? Nah. Alright, I think we got everything. Heroisms, yeah, there. We're always going to need displacement, so I'll just buy the lot. We don't need Blink as much, but it's there if we want it. Barkskin. I'll get 10 more vials. Actually, let's make it 19, just to be safe. Blur, we don't necessarily need. And we'll grab these. There we are. Now we can buy a bunch of these. Two. Okay, see invisibility. We'll buy 9 of those, I suppose. There we go. Or better yet, I might as well just go 17. There we go. Now, is there protections rules? Here they are. Just in case. There we go. I just had to make sure I was getting all the scrolls there. I should probably get scrolls for protection from arrows, I'm thinking. And I should probably also consider getting mirror image in bulk as well, but it really doesn't matter. I could always just buy scrolls of blur and just, all that jazz, but whatever. I don't need to go that hard, I do believe, so I'll just deal with that. There we go. We don't necessarily need, like, the whole repertoire just yet. It's perfectly fine if we just have that much. So, yeah. We're going to take advantage of this. Alright, and with that, we can now move on our merry way. It's been a while since we've been out here. Technically, we didn't even spend a day here, to boot. So that's interesting. But hey, I'm not complaining. It means that we've just managed to escape from, the great dangers that is this dungeon. But, alas. Let us see what goes down. Alright, so we need to make a decision about the Kalos' request, so that is one thing. We've got to deal with the identity of the mad half-elf woman. Give me a hot second. I do believe there is a way to determine this, so we'll have to figure that out. What is the quest called again? It is called The Price of Knowledge. 1 second. There we go. And we need to open up... Where is it? Neoseeker. Here we go. Okay, after some time, it just naturally progresses. Okay. Some main quest for... Yeah. Okay, so I need to find him, I need to check the temple outside Dresden. So I'm going to teleport over to Dresden here. We're going to enter, and we're going to go to the Citadel. Here we go. The Outcast. This is probably what we need to look for. So, yeah. Nice. It would normally progress naturally, but I mean, why not? Let's check this out. Alright, let's manage Crusade affairs before we do anything. And then we'll probably go to the chapel to see that individual. Assuming they are even there, of course. Alright, let's see. The campaign... Most of the armies don't even need to move because we've just been that efficient with combat. Alright, the map. I believe I decided that I wanted the lands of Yath Watch to be upgraded, if I recall correctly. Yeah, no, we built a few buildings for that exact purpose. We just need to wait for the hospital to finish, then we can upgrade, I do believe. Which will allow us to open up teleportation networks over to the Yath Watch. And that way we can start bridging our way to certain areas. Alas. Let's see, decrees... Alright, let's close this up. It's clear that nothing's going to go on if we just stay here, so... Let us go to... the church and go from there. Apologies for the yawn. Depending how long I take, this might result in me having to postpone the game for at least a little bit, but we need to go to the temple, I believe. Is it... I think it might be outside the temple, though. Yeah, so we're gonna go out here. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Look north alongside a building lit by a limp lamp. Okay. So, over here? Or here? Okay, I don't see anything, so whatever, I guess. Oh, hello. No. Okay, so no. There is no indication that anything's going on here. Is there anything I can do while I wait, then? Let's see. On the cusp of the abyss. We need to wait for the queen to arrive, as expected. Head to this beautiful ridge. We've already done this. We want to complete this as much as possible, so we're just going to wait on that. Let's see. The Wayward, we need to wait on that. Everything else seems to be on hiatus for the most part. We can maximize our Crusader stats in the meantime, so I guess that is literally all we do. So what we're going to do is we're probably just going to go talk with the storyteller here. Let's see if we can't upgrade some things. And if we can, I'd like to get that cloak upgrade, if possible, but I'm not holding out hope for it. Alright. Well, regardless. It doesn't seem like anything is going to change by us going around here, so what I will do is, before I go any further, I'm probably going to chat with, well, let's see. We got, like, companion quests, right? Yeah, the Wayward. Alright, well, regardless, that's that. Alright, well, it's clear nothing's going to really change, so I'm just going to leave that alone. I think in the meantime, what I will do is I'm going to make my way over to some certain areas that we haven't actually done in combat for a while now. And we're going to see about resolving those, because it's not like we got anything to do until things actually settle, so... Yeah. What we can do, I suppose, is rest in the Court of the Whimsical Fang, so that way we're at full capacity of protection. But alas, it's no big deal. Let's see. What I'm going to do is I'm probably going to head out to the... Not the Molten Scar. I'd like to head over to the Artisan Tower, specifically. Because I do believe we've abandoned some units over here, specifically Mandrakes, that we were not able to beat earlier in our levels. And there's a few other places I'd like to go, but we need to set up the teleportation network in the lands of Yathwatch first, before we go any further there. So, here's what I'm probably going to do. I'm going to make my route over to the Artisan Tower. And depending how long we have, we'll probably make our way over to the Crimson Dust node here, which will take a long time to get to anyways. And we will make an effort to go to the Makeshift Lab from there. Go all the way around, and if we have our teleportation network by the Heart of Mystery at that point, we will teleport there, I'm thinking. As for anything else, I think I've covered most, if not everything, on this map at this point, though... Yeah. The most I'd probably do is deal with the burned down shack, the fouled barons, and knapsack on a tree, but at that point, I'll just teleport to the land of the Yathwatch. But I'll explore the the riddles, essentially, in earnest. Or at least that is the intended plan. Alright, but yes, let's begin. We are going to start with the Artisan Tower to deal with... Yep, we need Greybore in our party, but we can easily move to here, at least, to start out with. It appears that something's going on. An event. The arrival of the Hell Knights. 3 Hell Knights are awaiting an audience with the commander of Dresden. God damn it, I just left. Alright, I guess I'm going back to deal with this before I go any further. Alright, to the Citadel. Why not? Let's go see what the Hell Knights have to offer us. I'm mildly curious, and there is something that we can do to get benefits from them, so why not, right? The more benefits, the merrier. Let's manage Crusade affairs. Alright, Defenders of Freedom. Okay, Army, we've got Preachers, which will increase recruitment growth for trainable units by 7% for 20 days. Takes 6 days to solve that, though, so I need to decide if that's really what I want to do. Yeah, no reason to not. We'll do it. There we go. Arrival of Hell Knights. Let's go see what's going on here. What can you tell me? Okay. Okay, so apparently I can't see the Hell Knights? I don't know what's going on here. I feel like a bug's going on. Let's see. Worst case, if it's still a bug, I'll just ignore it. It's not like it's a big deal, but yeah. Yeah, no, it's not giving us the edict that we need, so you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna leave. If it really doesn't want us to register, you know, that sort of thing, then I don't have... Oh. Hold up, Commander. The thing is, remember how that Crusader went missing a while back and that he found outside the city walls, disemboweled? Olivia pauses and gives you a searching look. I remember. So has the murderer been found? No, not yet. Olivia seems to scrutinize your face again, and then nods to herself. But I never gave up on the investigation, even when everybody else stopped digging. I know we're at war and that people are dying left and right, but that's no reason to turn a blind eye to crime. So that's it, Commander. Another Crusader has gone missing. He left the barracks to come here. He would have gone past the gates. My gut is telling me that the killer won't keep him alive for long, so, Commander, you need to start searching this area right now and try to find out where he's been taken. This is all quite unexpected. Death often shows up when you least expect it. Not like I picked the timing. Tell me of this missing Crusader, then. He's the youngest son of a poor nobleman from Mendev. He's called something like Rillick or Rylak. He's young, barely out of the nursery, and he decided that he is a man now, and so off to war he went. You know how it goes. You know who the murderer is? I don't have a clue. Olivia's answer comes too quickly, her gaze dropping before she can force herself to meet your eyes. What are you not telling me? I'm telling you the truth and nothing but the truth. I have my own theories, sure, but nothing concrete. So it's best I keep my mouth shut on that front. Guy probably just went off to get some fresh air. He'll stroll back at any moment. Point in raising alarm. Listen, Commander, do you trust me or not? If you do, then just do as I say. Find a kid and we'll talk. Alright, I'll search for the Crusader. Get going then. He pressed past the gates and took a right. Ask around, check out the buildings. I'll be waiting for you here. Alright, well, it's sooner than I expected, but... Well, I guess it's, you know, bound to happen. It was an inevitability that this was gonna happen, so... I'm just predicting the worst. It's gonna happen. But we need to go in here. It might seem like an abandoned location, but... Yeah, we've been here before, as you can probably imagine, and, let's just say things aren't gonna be... No. A man's clothes are heaped on the floor. They were taken off in a hurry. The thick layer of dust lying untouched on a table for years had been wiped away from the middle of the tabletop. And, let's see. You can hear muffled sighs coming from the next room.
How lovely to see you here.
Hearing steps behind her, Camilla whips around and freezes. She glances at the bloody dagger in her hand, then at the dead body at her feet. She says this evenly, her lips quiver for a fraction of a second before settling into an unimpeachably polite smile. What's going on here?
Socorus is an ancient land. The spirits of these places have spoken to people since time immemorial, and some of those people heard them and were able to respond. The shamans of Socorus were always held in high esteem. They knew the will of the spirits, the will of the land itself. Many Khelids would come to the shamans to learn what the spirits desired in order to gain their support.
Camilla pauses, lost in memories that cannot be her own.
When the world wound opened and the demons poured into Golarion, they drowned Socorus in blood. The earth moaned as it soaked up the blood of Khelids, crusaders, and demons. The spirits drank this blood, slowly becoming deranged and turning into incarnations of madness and pain. Look what Socorus has turned into! It's an open wound on the body of Golarion. The world wound has changed it beyond all recognition. And the spirits, these poor creatures have been corrupted. Twisted by war, they moan and they howl, but only shamans can hear their senseless cries of agony. I am a shaman. Maria, the spirit I am bonded with, is mad and can speak of nothing but her endless hunger for blood. I give her what she asks for. I feed her the blood of crusaders.
Melia seems suddenly to falter, her breathing growing heavy and her pupils dilate.
The spirits of Socorus can no longer speak to shamans. All I can hear is the cacophony of their howls, screams, and laments. But there is a way to restore their sanity. By performing rituals. Bloody but effective rituals. When the untainted blood of the Crusaders cleanses the corruption that Maria fed on for centuries, the spirit will regain her sanity, and I shall be able to speak to her. I shall be able to ask her advice, to find out how we can heal the world wound. Tell me, isn't this knowledge worth a handful of lives?
This isn't your first or even second victim, is it? How many have you killed?
Too few. Maria's hunger is still so great. Her pain cannot be soothed by a single victim. But success is within my grasp. I can feel it. It is even possible that today's victim will be the last.
Who is she, this Maria of yours?
Forgive me, I forgot to make the introductions. This is Maria. Or rather, this is her home. Or her prison, to call a spade a spade. I caught this spirit a long time ago, and I tried for so long to speak with it. My little demented ball of rage. I felt compelled to bind it to this amulet, just temporarily, until I worked out how to help it. If I am to be fully honest, her name, Maria, is of my own devising. She is not yet able to speak to me, but I still needed a name to call her by.
The girl gently puts the amulet back around her neck. Why do you think your method will work?
I do not think. I know. I sense things many people cannot. I can infer what the spirits want. For example, there is one spirit hanging over your left shoulder as we speak. It came to enjoy Maria's victim. Can you sense its hunger? Spirits are akin to animals. You cannot bring a hungry dog to heel. You cannot stroke a hungry cat. To speak to a spirit, you must first feed it. It is not their fault that after so many years of torment, the only thing that can satisfy their hunger is blood. My ritual will work. I did not read about it in books or learn it from some wizened teacher. You could say that I invented it myself, with Maria's help. I just know that it will work, sooner or later. I can feel it.
What exactly are you hoping to learn from this Maria of yours?
The world wound cannot be allowed to poison all the lands of Galarian. The spirits of Sicoris know this better even than you and I. They may know how to heal it. And if not, then perhaps they will know how to eradicate it quickly and painlessly. We're fighting against demons. It is a just cause. But imagine we win and the demons vanish for good. Do you think the world wound will vanish along with them? That it's something we can defeat with weapons? That it won't burst open again at some point in the future like an old festering abscess? I am thinking of the future of these lands, of how to heal them and restore them. Would you not agree that a few Crusaders' lives is a price worth paying?
Alright, so what are you proposing then?
My ritual is not yet complete. I have made the sacrifice. Now I just have to let Maria drink the blood. Will you allow me to complete the ritual?
Now, I am faced with a difficult decision, because I know the grand story that is Camilla. Or Camilla, as people will properly call her, most likely. I'm probably gonna go with the chaotic option here. Because as much as I hate this sort of evil, I can't deny that her methods are viable, potentially, if she's telling the truth, so I'm playing to the character here. Complete your ritual.
Thank you. This will not take long.
Camilla wets her lips when she lowers herself to her knees before the body. Oh, okay. It got weird. Okay.
Accept this sacrifice, Maria. Drink of its blood. Drink of its strength. Drink of its life.
Camilla lowers the amulet into the open chest cavity of the Crusader, then raises the amulet above her head. Blood drips from the snake's head onto the girl's expectant tongue.
We are one, you and I. Our thoughts, our bodies, our souls. What you take in, I take in also.
Camilla deftly spears a small piece of the Crusader's flesh on the tip of her dagger and deposits it. into her mouth. Ew. Okay. So, did this ritual work?
Yes and no. I think I made out a few clear words from Maria before the madness swallowed her again.
Camelia's attention seemed to turn inward as she lay a hand on the amulet resting on her chest. She stumbled slightly, as though tipsy.
I'm on the right path. More rituals are needed. Not many, not more than 10 or 20, I should think. Will you allow me to continue my work?
No more killing. I will spare you this time, but you will have to find another way of speaking to your spirits.
What a pain. But if these are your terms, then I agree.
Irritation flits across Camilla's face, but it quickly is replaced by humility.
There is one more thing. Commander, my ritual is quite a taxing process. The strain is difficult to bear. Help me. I need you. Here. Now.
Yeah, no. I'm sorry, but I must refuse.
What a pity. I shall have to find myself another willing victim this night. You know, when I saw you standing there, I thought my life would end tonight, but you spared me. Thank you. I would like to speak with you a little later. Please come and see me. No need to be shy, for I have no more secrets to keep from you. Now, we should leave this place. You go first. I will follow in a few minutes.
God. No. Just no. You don't sleep with crazy. That's all I'm gonna say. It's not kosher. That's a bit too crazy for me. Olivia stretches lazily and yawns, but her eyes are fixed on you. Well, Commander, have you solved the problem? First, tell me honestly, what exactly do you know about the crime? Crime? What crime? Olivia says with a smirk, but becoming deadly serious. Listen, Commander, I was just using my brain. Following certain individuals, listening to what people were saying on the street, I had my suspicions. But what are suspicions worth? On their own, nothing. I didn't have any proof. I'm not Earbeth. I'm not going to go digging for the truth. Because if I dug deep enough, the Knight Commander would be down a companion. Smack bang in the middle of a war. How would that help anything? I'm not going to be the one to scupper this crusade. So I'll be keeping my mouth shut. I trust that you'll handle this in whatever way's best for the crusade. Want to tell Earbeth everything, go ahead. It's your call. So, do I put my faith in, do I put my faith in her or not? Honestly, weirdly enough, I'm tempted to actually, just imprison her, because I really have no desire to keep her around. But at the same time, she would give us experience. Just forget about this. Already forgotten. Indeed. We'll let it slide for now. But if it starts to get a bit too much, then we'll have to deal with it properly. We can be merciful. To be fair, I am going with the merciful route, so I am willing to give characters a chance like that, so why not? Let's give them the chance that they want. The chance that they deserve. Seems like we're still suffering from ash leprosy. Not the most fun disease to be dealing with, but whatever. It's no big deal. The fact that we dealt with this problem is a boon, so I'm just gonna get out of here now at this point. Now, will this effect work? Oh, the event's already done. Okay. Let's see. We can upgrade the Gloomy Gorge. We can upgrade Treason Home. Alright, we're gonna upgrade the Lands of Yath Watch here. Boom. We're gonna enter, so that way we can upgrade this properly. And we need to immediately build ourselves a... Where is it to do? We need to immediately build a teleportation circle. That is the go-to for this build. Okay. We got a supply center, we've got an inn, we've got a hospital. Let's see, shelter. No. I could go with a scout's headquarters and a... we are definitely going with the salvager post so we can increase our material and income, or energy point income. There we go. Saboteur's headquarters is probably a good choice, alongside a scout's headquarters, but it really doesn't matter too much. If I go out of here, I should be able to see the fort's influence, and see where I can best devote it. Yeah, so if I focus on the Lands of Yath Watch, it will cover this entire border here, which is pretty sizable. We'd need to obviously get a fort somewhere in here as well, so that is probably something worth noting. But forts here, here, and here should definitely have effects that will bolster our abilities. But I digress. We're going to go in here for now, and we will just set ourselves up for the long run. We are going to aim for a barracks and archery range. There we go. And from there, we're going to upgrade our arsenal here. So we want damage, preferably. Alright, attack and training grounds. We're going to go for training grounds here. And it seems like we can only build one training ground, which is interesting. So I guess I'll aim for a smithy as well. There we go. Do we go smithy or something else? I like the idea of a smithy, so we should probably go with that. Or I could go with the HP, which is somewhere. I could also go Mercenary Guild, which increases the number of mercenary units we can get. Only one mercenary guild can be built in each fort. Interesting. Of Glory reduces the cost of recruiting mercenary units by 5. That actually might be better. Yeah, we're going to go for a Hall of Glory here. This will help for reducing the cost of merc units, and that will help in the long term, I do believe, so that'll be nice. Way better than what we're doing right now, but I'm rambling at that point. Alright. Okay, anything else? Nope. Campaign-wise, we are going to want to march her all the way over to here. Alright, Advanced Squadron B is marching all the way over to the Lands of Yath Watch to at least get to the defensive position that we need to be at. We've managed to procure ourselves some Yama Azatas, which got Flight, Cure Moderate Wounds, the Bell of Mercy. relative boosted character, to say the least. Alright, well, with that, we'll be fine, I suppose. Alright, we're gonna close here. And we're gonna leave. We're gonna go straight back to what's it is, and we are going to get our units into place, and then we will combat everything that's in there. Okay. But yeah, no, rambling aside, we're gonna get out of here. Alright, Fortress Gate, we're gonna leave, and we are gonna be on our merry way. No need to change what we're going for course-wise. Let's just finish everything up before the Queen gets here. Because that is the only thing that's really stopping us right now. We're not going to Green Gates, we're going to the Artisan Tower, so we need to take 11 hours to travel here. Going to continue despite being fatigued. Failed to sneak past enemies, that's perfectly fine. We are a swole unit here, so yeah, we'll be fine. Plus, with the item that we got, that's only going to add to our defenses. That's nice. Okay, Plague Simuldan. We'll do an area of effect here, there we go. Okay, there we go. We're gonna lose Ivu, I bet. But that's perfectly fine, because we are just swole enough that we'll be fine. Okay, there we go. Alright, we are going to deal with the Simuldan here, because they seem to be the most pressing. They are all undead, so that is something worth noting, but we should be fine, because our AC is just absurdly good. Period. There we go. And these guys are going to have trouble hitting us, but we'll be fine. There we go. I haven't suffered any negative levels. Ivu has suffered one, but honestly, not the worst outcome there. We managed to get a relatively good amount of experience, and honestly, encounters like that is probably going to be the way we're going to power level at least a little bit. Before we go in, we need to bring in a remote party member. We need to bring in Greybore. There we go. And we're just going to go into the Artisan's Tower. As planned. We'll go from there. We are going to kick Greybore out of here, though, because we need to do this solo, specifically. So we are going to do this. We are going to go back over to active, remove Greybore, because we no longer need him now. We're going to go to the ruins here. And now we're going to fight these nasty little creatures that we originally had trouble with. And pray that we have enough combat ability to deal with them now. Because we're now in a situation where we gotta deal with them. So, enraged Mandragora. You are immune to mind affecting. Does that count fear, though? Yep, immune to shaken. Okay. That's a load. Good thing I saved. I'm probably going to need to buff up here, though, if I'm going to do this, so let's do this. Alright. let's get ready. We're going to need to buff up melee-wise, and we should be good. But our damage reduction should be an absurd level, I do believe. If I go into Martial, we got DR10, good and Cold Iron, good. The rest will come naturally, I would imagine. Okay. Okay, we don't need Flare Burst. We don't need Hurricane Bow. Stone Fist, no. Don't need Blessed Weapon. Don't need Acid Arrow. Okay, Delay Poison. Effortless Armor is not necessary because we don't really use armor. Fox's Cunning is a good increase. Alright, Mirror Image. Don't need protection from arrows here. We shouldn't need element protection, so I'm not going to bother. Let's get See Invisibility, Sense Vitals. Reduced Person would increase our AC a little bit, so we'll use that. Bark Skin's going to increase our AC by an additional 2. Let's see, what else? Blink we'll hold off on. We don't really need it, to be quite honest. Displacement is going to be necessary. We'll use Haste here. Magic Fang Greater is nice, but not required. I'll still let you use it all the same, though. Because might as well, right? There we go. We won't use Prayer, I guess. We got Rage here, if need be. Yeah, we shouldn't need that. Not yet, anyways. Death Ward, just in case. False Life Greater. Freedom Movement. There we go. Okay, Stone Skin, that's going to increase our DR by an additional 10. Angelic Aspect. Echolocation will be nice. Vampiric Shadow Shield will probably be a boon. Don't need the Holy Sword for this, to my knowledge anyways. And as far as I'm aware, we don't really need to Dragon Form it up, but worst case, if I do, I will. But, yeah. I'll save here, so that way I have all the buffs, you know, ready and necessary, and then I'm going to set up the Symmeldon form here. Because that's the most ideal form here. And we've got a juicy 20 to strength, 27 to dexterity, 16 con. We are an absurdly base boosted character. We are going to aim with fire to be the premise here. Acid might be the secondary. Alright. Alright, the Mandragora has exceptions to good and slashing. Thankfully, we do have them flat-footed, so that's good. You know what? I might actually load here just to get everything ready here. Because I'd like to charge if I can. So I'm going to need to be invisible and use the thing. Okay, so invisibility. Here we go. And then Symmeldon shape. You know, I am fatigued. I should probably fix that, actually. Hold on. That is another thing that I completely forgot about. Let's fix my fatigue, and then we'll go from there.
I stand ready.
Alright, so fatigue. Where is it? Here it is. Fatigue. I only am suffering from fatigue, so we can just use a lesser restoration here. There we go. Now we can save and make sure we have that going for us, on top of everything. And then we should be good. We are just going to polymorph here. There we go. And we will go from there. Alright, so the enraged mandragoras have fast healing. That's the biggest thing here. So I have to keep that in mind as I'm doing this. So that is a little concerning, but honestly, not the worst thing that could have happened, to be fair. Okay, fast healing 10. There we go. We managed to get the sneak attack here, reduce their AC. Alright, let's start introducing obsidian here. There we go. Just minimize the chances that the Mandragoras are going to be causing a ruckus here. Okay, 5 foot here. There we go. Okay, Spell Eater Mandragoras, okay. Let's give Stein a durability boost. We'll move Ivu back. There we go. Alright, we're slowly whittling these guys down. That's the intended goal here, so that is why I'm going through all this effort. There we go. Alright, well, I guess for now what we can do is we can set up, maybe disintegrates. There we go. Nice. They'll succeed most of their saving throws, but I'm banking on the fact that they're going to have trouble with that. But I digress. We got fast healing, we'll be fine. Besides, I do believe I've just dazzled. Yep, there we go. The crit's coming in clutch. There we go. Down to 13 HP. Technically 20 or extra more, but I digress. And now it's just Dispel Eaters that we gotta worry about. Alright. Spell Eater is... yep. Oh, right. Mandragoras have the annoying little effect that they can, Yeah, they got a kamikaze ability, which can get really annoying. Let's see, what can we do here? We can equip more disintegrates, I suppose. No reason to keep them saved. Alright. Did a really good perception there. I feel like there's one more around here. But I guess not. Okay. I guess it was just these two. I'm not complaining, though, to be fair. If there's only just one Mandragora, I'm not complaining. It just means that we got quite a bit there. Cool. Oh, this is the third one. Silent Mandragora. Already dead. We'll grab those. We got the Veils of Positive Energy. Nothing too crazy. We'll go in here. I would imagine there's something here. After all, we did go through all this effort to grab this, after all. We managed to get ourselves a Lesser Kineticist Rod. This rod increases damage dealt by the Kineticist's Simple Energy Blast by a d6, and the Kineticist's Simple Physical Blast by a d6 plus 1. Composite Energy Blasts instead increase and deal an additional 2d6, while Composite Physicals deal additional 2d6 plus 2. So, yeah, Kineticists can get really stupid if you know what you're doing. So, those rods are one such way to get really overpowered with Kineticists. So it's definitely worth considering if you're going to be using them. So, if you're, you know, into that, you know, magical apartment, there you go, right? Apparently there's something here. Absolutely, Jack. Okay. I think I gathered everything anyways, so it's no big deal. Faint purple glow emanates from a crystal-shaped hole. Its edges are chipped and cracked, suggesting whatever it contained had been forcibly removed. Okay, so there's a sundial that had a crystal that was put in there. Interesting. I have no idea what that'll do, but that seems interesting and worth investigating. But alas, no big deal. We have done what we came here to do. The only thing we can teleport to is, sadly, Dresden, but that's to be expected. Alright, let's make our way over to getting ingredients now. We're always going to be fatigued in this instance. Oh, hello. Yep, now we just need to talk with Camellia, I would imagine. But otherwise, her quest is basically done. Oh, things are unsettled at the Ridge-Turn Garden, quite literally. Let's teleport over. Why not? It'll take 3 hours to get there, but that's perfectly fine. I'm gonna be exhausted no matter what, so why not? Let's just go. Let's see what's going on here. This will be certainly fun no matter what we do. Let's save here. This is sure to be interesting. What's going on, Il? Oh, hold on. Before we do anything, we are actually going to use a restoration scroll here to get rid of fatigue. There we go. I'm glad you came. Brawl the Wallflower says this, tearing himself away from some calculations. Something incredible is going on here. Ever since 3 new creations appeared in the court, the whole ridge has been shaking. Magic has been behaving very oddly, and everyone has been having strange dreams. I'll tell that something is going on, but what, we just don't know yet. The entire court has assembled. For the first time in quite a while, too. Usually someone's gone for a stroll, or others are off hunting demons. It might be hard for such a motley group to live in harmony, but we're trying our best. The court has brought us all together. Since we're all here, would you like to do something? You know, something you really want to do. Last time you did a thing like that, you made a garden appear on a barren rock. Something else is bound to happen this time. Well, there's a tried, tested method for that. Gareth Thal and his treats join it with enthusiasm. This time, instead of trying to be the lead singer, Arika simply weaves her voice into the chorus. And then... It can't be. Are we flying? More like floating. Wildflower is calm and collected compared to the others, but his eyes are light in a way you've never seen before. Our court is now a floating island. Stein, there's no limit to the wonders that can happen around you. And because of you? Many more wonders lie ahead. Trust me. We do. Ike's voice is so ardent it could set a brushwood ablaze. The other free crusaders echo his words. I can't believe this is all for real. It's just awesome, but... Wallflower, please, tell me you have a couple levitation spells handy to get us down safely. Yeah, so, the court decides to fly. That's a very interesting development, as you can imagine. But as a result, we've completed Above the Clouds, the mythic quests that are going to carry us all the way through. We've got to yeah, we found that. Okay. The only thing that we got to deal with is wait for the Wayward to finish, and then we're basically good. I don't think there's anything else that we have to do here, so we should be fine to just continue on our merry way. How do you think it goes? Yeah, we're given a nice little pool here, which is nice. Let's see. Price in descending order. Whenever the wearer of these gloves lands a hit with a ranged weapon on an enemy in 30 feet, it gains an additional D6 of piercing and applies bleed for D3 of rounds. Gall of Ferocious Pact. -2 to AC, a -5 to Persuasion, and -2 to Fortitude, but +4 to damage, +3 to Will, and +2 to Wisdom. Eh. This shirt grants its wearer a +2 to Constitution and +4 saving throws against fire, and +4 competence to Lore Nature. Nah. We don't need that. Nothing really sticks out here, so I'm just gonna not. But yeah, no, we are now floating, as you can see.
We march ahead.
Our armies are now in the sky. Surely quite the piece, to say the least. Huh. Oh, hello. Magic harp made by Aranka's friends, based on her sketch. The strings play Starward Gaze, a song of Elysium. Everybody seems to be having fun, though, so I'm just checking to make sure everything's hunky-dory here before I, you know, ultimately get out of here. Alright, let's polymorph here, actually, just so I can actually move around a bit easier. It's way faster if I do it this way. And we can teleport to the Citadel here. So, we now have a direct way to Elysium, I guess. Let's warp to the Citadel, see how they react to that information. Oh, God. Well, that's fun. Okay. Let's get into the Crusade affairs here. I'd say we're ready to get going now at this point, huh? Ooh, excuse me. Oh, the letter about Kaelessa, perfect. That's done. Okay, we got a logistics reform, we got a rank up here. Let's strengthen the diplomatic connections as planned. We got a logistics reform, we gotta wait for the Giant's Village to finish though, if we're gonna be doing that. Let's see. Diplomacy has reached its peak there. We're going to need to level that up to level 5. Military needs to increase, so we're going to have to get more units. Other than that, we're perfectly fine. Okay. But yeah, other than that, we just gotta be patient here. Let's see. Campaign. Can we recruit more units? No, we cannot. That's perfectly fine, though. What we can do, though, is we are going to save here, so that way we can engage this demon army with our units of 6 here, I guess. And we'll see how we fare, because I'm curious. We got way more militaristic firepower now, so it should work out in our favor. Let's see. Fireball will not do a lot to these guys. But still, attacking all 4 of these guys is probably for the best. Let's see, I could do 24 to 28 to Glabrezu here. Yeah, let's aim for the Glabrezu here. There we go. Nice. We'll focus on the cultists here. Here we are. Summon some wolf. Let's delay our turn so that the doggos can go. We want the doggos to be going first, if we can. Ooh, there goes some units. That's fine. Alright, we want to fireball here, I guess. This will deal enough damage to get most of these units here gone. There we go. Okay, we're gonna go for the cultists, I guess. Get rid of these guys, and then we got a better result here. We'll delay our turn here. I don't mind if the wolves go down here. They are just more so a distraction here. And as long as we reduce their units, it's perfectly going to be fine. Move here. There we go. Move these units here. There we go. Alright, let's fireball it up again. Alright, there we go. Alright, 121 units. We can go over to here now. There we go. Let's see, are you going to go attack them? Nope, you are actually just going to focus on them. Perfect. Ooh, right. I completely forgot those guys are going to do that, huh? Alright, let's just pray this is gonna work. More fireballs. 70 to 77. We don't need to worry about them anymore. We're gonna focus on the cultists. Yeah, we're gonna focus on the cultist fighters here. There we go. We'll have our warriors here deal with them. There we go. Oof. There goes some of our warriors here. Okay, we're gonna go for these guys. 23, nice. Okay, we lost out to fear. That's perfectly fine. Let's heal 104 mounted scouts, I suppose. There we go. Aim for these guys. Bada boom. 1 to 4 here. Oof, our warriors are suffering a little bit, but we'll be fine. Yeah, we're gonna just do that. There we go. Alright. We can heal up to 26 units here, but we shouldn't need to do that. We'll just use a Scorching Ray on the skiers here. There we go. We'll attack them from melee here, because we can. We'll attack here. Alright, these guys are going to move up to... Well, I guess I've already done it, so YOLO. Alright, we can either go for these guys, or we can go for the cultists. I'm going to go for the cultists with our champions here. There we go. Alright, let's do a Scorching Ray on these guys here. There we go. Finish them. And now we can just focus solely on the Dretches here, which seem to be the least problematic out of the group here, which is nice. Okay, we're gonna move up and start attacking these guys here. There we go. Oof. The champions took a heavy blow. Alright, we're gonna move and heal them. There we go. Start whittling down these forces here. Okay. Our warriors are gonna have to back off here just to keep themselves alive. We will heal them here. There we go. We get back to 122 as planned. There we go. Hoorah. Yeah, they're just gonna go after him. Oh, double time. Thankfully, we can just spam healing on this guy, and then we should be fine. And we don't need to waste that much mana, so that's cool. Ooh, the morale. Let's Scorching Raid here, so that way we deal a ton of damage. There we go. So far, so good. Make sure we're attacking from the same spots. They are really trying to take him out, but to no avail. We just have way more units to deal with that. So, we get the victory, we don't lose any units, which was kind of my hope here. So now, we should be good. We now have yet another fort under our control. Having pushed the enemy back to the street, the Crusaders came to a reluctant halt. On the bank of opposite stood a large army of demons. Any attempt to cross would bring catastrophic losses. So the officers ordered the construction of a temporary fortification on the bank. If the demons try to cross the straits, they would be met with a hostile reception, to say the least. So yeah. That border that we took, which is right over here, any enemies that dare cross it are going to be in for a world of hurt. Of course, we can't stop certain enemies, but you know what? We've managed to push them back, to say the least, so that's good. As for our fortification here, let's actually go into map mode here. And we want to go over to... Could I actually focus into it? Here we go. Let's enter, and let's build some fortifications here. We're going to do the typical stuff in and whatnot is to go to, so let's just get 500 resources here. Alright, we get the inn, we get the supply center. We don't necessarily need anything else here, but anything goes, really. I guess another hospital wouldn't hurt, but I'm actually... Well, I guess I could do a hospital. Nah, no. We'll be fine. We don't need any... Well, I guess we are going to need a hospital so that we can upgrade to a garrison. But whatever. Let's see. The camp on the ferry is a good, stable position if I really wanted to go with the camp tier. But it's not necessary. Alright, we can now keep going, though, and pursue further forces here. And we're just going to clear up the enemy as we go. And once we're done with that, well, we'll be fine, really. But alas. Let's see, 3 to 38, yep. We'll just do a fireball here. Get rid of those. We're going to activate all-out attack here. Get those Terry Dimmadans wounded to high hell. We will summon some units here as a good distraction. Alright, we're going to have the wolves attack this group here. And we're going to move our knights here. And we will attack here. Boom. Okay, we can fireball here if we so desire. Or we can disintegrate. I'm gonna... Well, I can do a damaging ray. I'm gonna do a damaging ray on the Terry Dimmadans. They're not that dangerous, but, you know, it's better to be safe than sorry. Reduce them down to 1 unit is perfectly fine. Alright. Alright. Okay. Scorching Ray it. There we go. Nice. Our damage is coming in clutch. Alright, we go around here. Attack you. We're going to aim to kill the Damadads there. There we go. Save ourselves some trouble. There goes our complete units force there. Dang. Ah, well. We'll do some healing on the mounted scouts here, just to reduce our losses. At least minimize it to a certain degree. There we go. Alright, now it's just a matter of us dealing with the forces here. Scorching Ray will speed up the process, basically, so we'll do that while we can. Nice. Alright, there we go. We're just gonna slowly whittle these guys down. The sooner the better. Alright, one more Scorching Ray should do it. Bada boom. Now they're in critical condition. We're going to move up to here. There we go. Nice. Alright, let us... We don't need a heal. We'll just do a disintegration ray, and then we'll go from there. Alright, bada boom. Death. There we go. We got the win. Nice. We get extra resources, we get extra stuff. Nothing too bad. Alright. Got finance points of 7,000, pretty cool. Any further than this, it'd probably be a bit of a hindrance, so we're actually going to back off here at this point. The camp on the ferry is a reasonable point to just mark off at, and we should be good. Let's see, can we recruit any units? No, we cannot, sadly. But that's to be expected. Alright. Let's close out this, and let's get out of here. Let's see what else there is before us that we gotta do. Let me get a drink here real quick. Alright, let's go all the way over, and let's get out of here. I don't think there's anything else here, so we're just gonna dip. And we'll see how things pan out. I do believe we will be fine, though. I do believe we will be perfectly fine. Alright. Now, if I recall correctly, our goal was to go over to... Yeah, we're going to make our goal over to the Crimson Dust next. That's assuming I don't get the teleportation sooner, which I most certainly am. But still. Okay, army-wise, let's go to Advanced Squadron B. They are going to be handling this demon army here. Alright. Demon army's now going to engage. We are going to pursue. As they realize, oh no, we can't go further. Okay, you've dominated some of my forces. You've managed to destroy some of them, too. Let's deal with the headhunters with a Scorching Ray. Oh, there goes some of our forces, but we'll move them over. Okay, we'll do a Scorching Ray on the Succubi here. There we go, and boom. Done. We lost some forces, but honestly, nothing that really comes close to being a concern, so... Whatever. We'll be fine. Alright, recruitment. Ooh boy, here we go. Alright, we're gonna make an entire force here. There we go. Whole bunch of axe hunters, hound masters, and mounted archers. We're gonna split this into a different army. We are going to get clerics of Cade and Kalian in bulk, and sorcerers. Boom. Alright, let's go over to the Advanced Squadron with this group here. There we go. Alright, this Crusader army is probably going to go to Defense Squadron, which we will replace our conscripts with the Clerics of Cade and Kalian, most likely. We'll go from there. Alright, Cade and Kalian followers, come with me. Okay, we don't have much in the way of followers, so we're just gonna march our way over. There we go. I guess I'll quickly march Advanced Squadron A over to here. Yep, they're gonna start marching back to get to the army. Advanced Squadron B is going to be stationed back up here. Let's see. Alright, let's see. None for that group. None for that group, but we can easily just... There we go. Crusader army comes here. There we go. We're gonna move them over to this group here. There we go. We got more marksmen now in our forces. Alright, let's move the Yama Azatas. And let's see where we can fit them, really. Because they will go anywhere. And I guess this is the last one. There we go. That'll make sure our armies are a little bit more flushed out. It's basically just having more units. That's nice. We strengthen diplomatic connections as a result of this. Nice. We can strengthen the chain of command once we get the leadership stuff sorted. So we could also ditch out the preacher buff, but whatever. Alright, well, with that though, that's the army stuff set up. Oh, the teleport stuff's already. Okay, we can't really teleport though, so... actually, hold on. Let me go to map here. Let's see. I might as well just go to manage. It's just way faster here. Yeah, let's see. It is 3 days until we get the teleportation circle. I kind of predicted that was going to be the case, but you never know. It never hurts to check these sorts of things. But yeah, now we're just going to go to the Crimson Dust. We're going to grab that. We'll be done with it. Alright. We can recruit more units. We are going to definitely recruit them. Let's search for more units here. Can't really search any. Okay, whatever. I guess I will spend 1,000 points just to buy a bit of extra units for these spearmen here. Just so we can increase our supply of units here by a little bit. There we go, even more. There we go. I think we're going to give the defensive squadron a chance to shine, so we're just going to march them. Or we're going to march these units over. Like so. Give them as much force as we can here. There we go. Alright, these guys are going to move up here. Alright. More casters. And we got Cade and Kalian followers. Let's see. Take these guys out, and we'll move the Cade and Kalians here. They've got 109 as opposed to the conscripts, who have 75. The difference is... Oh god, yeah, no, the difference is the numbers. Okay. It sucks, but we're gonna have to... Yeah, we'll rely on the conscripts. They're better. But regardless, we're gonna go for defensive squadron here. And he's gonna make his debut here. Alright, Advanced Squadron A, we want you to move back to the camp on the ferry. Advanced Squadron B, you're perfectly fine. I guess technically we could also send them over to deal with the Demon Army here, but I'm not confident they will be able to deal with that, so I'm not going to take the chance. These guys are going to march all the way back here. There we go. Alright, edict stuff. Let's see. Giant's Village. Material point income increased by 2 and adds 1,500 logistics. Perfect. We'll rank up the Art of War. We'll do a logistics reform. And we need to strengthen the chain of command. That's going to take a bit of time, but that's fine. A group of officials from Nerosian is on its way to Dresden. They want to inspect how well the crusade is organized. What kind of welcome should they receive? Let's see, how is our logistics? Okay, so our leadership and diplomacy are basically up on the wazoo. Okay. So our logistics is going through some major developments. Our leadership seems to be doing quite fine. It's in fact reached rank 5, I do believe. Once we get the chance to do so, anyways. Military's doing quite well. Because we've quite literally doubled our experience there. Well, to a third anyways. Military is doing well. Or diplomacy's doing amazing, I would say. And yeah. Should be fine. And of course, the 3 Hell Knights are winning an audience, which we have to deal with. Let's bring the officials to the front lines. It'll increase our income by 30, and it will show them what we need to deal with. Zila escorted the committee to the front lines where the pampered bureaucrats were forced to learn the hardships of military life firsthand. Having gotten caught up in the surprise attack and personally witnessed the demon's brutality, the inspectors swore to supply the army with everything it may need, and do so diligently. It's better that they learn from experience. But yeah, that's the grimness of war. That's just how it goes, really. We passed inspection, though, and we get finance points increased by 30. That's cool. Not only is that, but our finance and points income increased by 10%, so that's a boost. On top of everything that we've got here, so that's nice. Alright, we're going to close out of here. We should be fine. We're going to save. Because it's only going to get worse. Well, it's only going to continue from here, so we got to keep on the run. Failed to sneak past enemies. I'm kind of predicted that is going to be an issue, but you never know. These sorts of things just happen on a whim. Oh god. Okay. They were closer than I expected. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to equip a Scroll of Restoration here, and we're going to give it to Stein here. That will cure his exhaustion, which is personally the biggest issue here, I think. The Vrock Mortuary is probably the worst foe here, so I'm going to go after the Cleric. There we go. 5 foot here. Alright, Ivu's about to feel some serious pain here, most likely. And, yep, there goes Ivu. Kind of predicted it was going to be that way, though. Intimidate, 5 foot away. They're going to have some serious trouble here, I would imagine. Yep. And let's just combo them to ever-living hell. And we're getting 540 experience for each kill, so that's cool. They are only, like, level 10, though, so that's cool. Alright. Grab everything that we can and get going. Sadly, we lost Ivu, but it's a small price we had to pay there. It's not that big a deal. With a quick rest, we could easily fix that, so it's all good. It's all good. Alright. Keep going. We are now back to exhaustion, which kind of predicted that was going to be the case. Oh, we failed to sneak past yet another encounter. Not too surprised, given we're polymorph, but still. God damn. They really want me dead. Okay, that's a sizable amount of units here. Oh, negative levels, okay. Alright, we're gonna quickly wild shape back. Okay, we are exhausted currently, so we're gonna take off the Covenant right now. So that way we may use this. And we can down a potion of mage armor, I do believe, as a move action, right? So this will at least increase our defenses a little bit further, which will be nice. Or I could do a potion of restoration, assuming I have a potion of restoration, that is. Which it doesn't seem like I do. A shame, but to be expected. For now, let's just use a potion of mage armor. That's probably for the best. Alright, here we go. Potion of mage armor. There we go. Enervation, hold person. We succeed. There we go. Spell magic. Oh god, okay. Great. That's a load then. Let's do it again. Okay, we're gonna move all the way over to... Yeah, let's move over to the bow here. Put him in a precarious position. Okay. Ow. And we are paralyzed, so we can't even do anything. Damn. Okay, let's leave using the wilderness encounter here, I suppose. Thankfully, we can leave, I would imagine, so there you go. Not a bad deal. Hello, Tree Mosher. Good to see you. How you doing? We're definitely gonna have to leave this, though. Sadly, that battle is just a bit too much. But then again, that's random encounters for you. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you get a bad roll. Then again, that's only my fault for being exhausted this whole time. But that's besides the point. Alright, let's continue. Alright, Crimson Dust. Interesting little area. Okay, I thought this was actually... Yeah, basically a side quest marathon. I'm getting everything cleared up and done and over with. I've got the majority done, as you can plainly see. I just need to deal with the price of knowledge, which is something that you have to wait on, if I recall correctly. This is indeed Act 3. I've also got to wait for the Queen to arrive for the demonic seal. And I've got to also wait for the Wayward, which is the... I do believe this is the... Yeah, it's basically the Elf Girl quest. Other than that, I just gotta maximize all the stats, so that's another thing that we're doing, so... Other than all of that, we're basically done, so it's just a matter of patience and actually doing some side stuff along the way. Nothing that we really need to concern ourselves with, but, you know, might as well do it while we can. We'll do mage armor. We shouldn't need anything beyond that, but I guess I can just use a bark skin just to top it off. But yeah, no, Act 3. That is the basis of this, you know, area that we're going through. Gonna save here just to be safe, you never know. See what we run into. Oh, hello. Yes, this is an Onko. It is a very, An Onko is basically a fey creature that, really is interesting, to say the least. I'm gonna 5-foot step back from this creature before it, ruins our day. My god, it has such a high to hit. Let's see. Yes, this is the Phase Shifter type. This might change in the future, I haven't decided yet, but I'm certainly going to be doing the best that I can here to make this as interesting as possible for a character. Alright, let's activate Light the Angels. That'll reduce his to hit, I guess. Give us a temporary HP, I guess. Ow. Thankfully, our fast healing is going to cover us for the most part, much like he has his fast healing. But, yeah. We just need to overcome his damage, or we need to deal as much, well, more damage than he is doing. But that shouldn't be too hard, I mean... Did we lose a full round action? Huh. Okay. Ow. Hold on. What are we suffering from? Seized skin. Whenever an E-Core damages a target with its rend ability, the target must make a fortitude save to resist being skinned alive. Those who save become staggered and take 1 point of constitution drain per round. It can be removed with a restoration, greater restoration, or heal effect. Given I am playing a heavily multi-classed character, I'd say Shifter is pretty good. But obviously, for the difficulty that I am going for, it's not really ideal that I max it out. It's usually just good to just go up to 4 levels, and if you really want to get, like, evasion or rogue talents, you can go even higher than that. But considering that you get evasion, it's a really nice ability to have just the Fey aspect thing. Because it slowly scales as you get, damage reduction and things. So it's nice. But of course, the Crusader here is actually really dangerous, so I'm actually going to have to buff up a little bit more. But yeah, no, natural attack builds aren't the most ideal for the difficulty I'm playing on. They're definitely fine for core, though, if you're trying to play a difficulty that is lower than what I'm doing. Alright. I did try to go unfair, but I got stopped midway through Act 2, so I'm just doing the one that's much lower than, or one lower than that, so... I do believe, if I go into options, difficulty, yeah. As you can see, I'm playing on hard. The difference is that I'm not taking double damage, so... And the stats of the enemies is 1.5 instead of anything else. Yeah, no, it's still difficult, but, you can still make this viable. It's just tedious more than anything. But yes, no, this guy is going to be a problem, so I should use Blur, Displacement here. Probably get Haste to increase my AC a little bit more. Anything else? I can't really do much. But yeah, no, this is basically the gear set I've got on currently. It's going to help me quite a bit against the enemy here. Okay, but I've got to avoid as many attacks as possible. We're going to use Veil of Positive Energy. That will increase our AC by an additional 2. Against undead, at least. Which this creature does count as undead, to be fair. We should also probably... Okay, our Fortitude save is 22. I don't think there's really any better way to increase it unless we remove the Robofall stuff, but I don't want to do that because it's a way to ignore crits, period, which is a golden thing for us. Okay, I guess we can use... What else? I guess Scroll of Death Ward just in case. I don't know. Something that will affect him. Alright, let's do this. Nice try. Concealment comes in clutch. Alright, let's just combo the ever-living hell out of the cruise. Yep, this guy. Here we go. We're gonna start 5-footing away. We got hit. Thankfully, we didn't get affected by the ability this time, so that's good. That means we can multi-hit here, which is exactly what we're trying to do. And the more we back up, the more chances we get to avoid his attacks. So there you go. It's just faster if I just do it this way, because I can avoid the attacks coming in my way, so that's nice. Okay, let's see. Negative and acid seem to be his strength. Thankfully, our claws, I do believe, are silver aligned, but I don't think that applies when I'm in my polymorph form, which does suck. Alas, we will do the best that we can here. Well, as long as we're dealing enough damage that it's not going to be a conflict here, we should be fine. Yeah, our AC is a solid 43. Really probably should have used a shield spell, but whatever. Managed to get a crit in, though, so that's cool. That will certainly help speed things along. Nice. Nice, another crits. We're doing really well there. He's really trying his best to get me downed. But thankfully, our fortitude saves are coming in clutch here, so that's good. Alright. But yeah, no, this Sinful Sinew is a dangerous foe. And we should get quite a bit of experience. Oh god, yes, we're going to get an amazing amount of experience. To give you a rough idea on how experience works, the experience points total here is to account for every ally you have with you. Yeah, no, there is certain boss fights, like secret enemies, that give you, like, absurd boosts to your stats. I'm basically going through and getting as much experience as I possibly can, because you need every single level if you want to go through, like, the game like this. Mind you, I am doing it slightly modified to where I'm technically counting as a legend, but in turn, I've got to go solo most fights with, you know, animal companions and no. But I digress. Yeah, it can get insane, but I do have a build in mind that I will slowly eventually fan into. I just haven't decided whether I do it yet or not. Ideally, level 21 is the time I'm going to be starting to change my build a little bit. But I haven't decided when. Ivu is currently dead. They're not dead. They're not here because they're dead. They do resurrect, which is the good thing. So as long as you rest, you know, every now and again, you get quite well. Yeah. But, yeah, as you can see, 124,000 experience just from killing one dude. That has brought us up a significant amount, I do believe. Yeah, going it solo can get you 6 times the experience that you would normally get from these creatures, so it's nice to do early on, and you can make it carry to the late game. It's a little cheeky strat that you can do if you want to get a bunch of experience and try get ahead in levels. Not the most efficient way. Yeah, in Act 3, I'm level 19. Yeah, but that's boss characters in general. It's similar to how you fight the dragon boss. Or maybe like the, yeah, it's those, like, little things that get you a ton of experience. Whether it be, like, quests or whatnot, what have you, but it can get really stupid really quickly if you know what you're doing. But yeah, you get, like, various other, you know, unique items here and there. You just have to know where to look. I mean, yeah, like, I've been through the DLC as of recently and managed to get this as well, so you get, it's basically like having damage reduction 20 for energy and, you know, basic attacks. It's just, you have to take one hit before you get tanky, basically. But yeah, no, there's a lot of things that you can find. It just takes some time and effort to actually go through the game and look through. That's why you have to be thorough. Otherwise, you'll miss out on some things. But eventually, it just reaches a point where it's just really easy. But I digress. An enemy has attacked our units. And I do believe that is our defender. He has casters here, so he's gonna be fine. But he can cast magic himself to even the playing field, if need be. I'm gonna deal with the Incubi, because they can get really nasty here. Yeah, we're gonna do Magic Missile here, get rid of them. Alright, we can do a Lightning Bolt spell. Let's see. Deals power times d6 times unit number. Electricity damage. Okay. So 10 to 62. I could deal power d4 times unit level, target unit, or I could dispel. So it's either 41 or 62. I might as well deal with the Bromarks here, so I'm going to Magic Missile them first. There we go, get rid of them, or at least the majority of them anyways. Let's delay our turn here. Alright, let's get these conscripts in position. There we go. Alright, we can combo the ever-living hell out of everybody. We're going to deal with the Bromarks first, obviously. Alright, we can now deal lightning to these guys, I suppose. Yeah, let's do lightning here first. Alright, let's throw down some Scorching Ray tunes. And then we'll go for a swing. And barely any losses have been incurred, as we just completely demolished the enemy. That is the power of magic on the battlefields. Alright. But I do believe that is one of the defenses done. That's good. Let's see, how is the Crusade doing right now? Ransom from the Mountain Kings. We don't need to strengthen Chain of Command right now. Diplomacy is basically good, I think. Huh. Wondering if there's anything else that we gotta do here. Hold on. I guess I need to do People's Help here. And then, of course, I got the Ransom of the Mountain Kings here, which gives us more finance. I think I need to do the People's Help before I can continue. So I'd have to wait for the decree... Hold on. What am I currently stuck on for diplomacy, then? Oh, it's because I don't have enough finance. Okay, that's the issue. Let's buy some resources. We can get 2,500 easily. There we go. Yeah, the only downside is that they're very difficult to beat, so I urge you that if you do fight these bosses, wherever they are at, definitely buff up. You need to do that much at least. Otherwise, you're just gonna have a worse time, I assure you. After all, you saw the enemy there. It's got like 400 HP, it's got fast healing, it's got an absurd amount of buffs. Not amazingly difficult, but it's still a dangerous threat alone. But I digress. We're gonna go down here, I guess. We're gonna go down here, yeah. Yeah, no, it gets really stupid. Oh, another enemy. Lovely. Let's see what we got here next. Hopefully we can kill these guys. In the game, of course. Okay, we're dealing with the Colossus, Babao, Eliminator. Okay, so negative levels, Dispel Magic. Okay, I guess we're gonna deal with... Yeah, I guess we're gonna 5 foot here. Okay, let's intimidate here, I guess. There we go. We don't really need to worry too much about the Dispel, but we should certainly do enough damage here that we're gonna be fine. Alright, let's combo the ever-living hell out of this Drakari, or Drekni, rather. There we go, get rid of him. Dispel Magic is, something. They are really trying their damnedest to get me down. Alright, this guy's now blind. I'm not even... Whatever. Okay, well... Shouldn't be too hard. We're gonna get experience with these guys relatively easily. It's just a matter of time more than anything. Gotta deal with the Babao Eliminator, though, because he is the more concerning of the party. We will Intimidate here for good measure. Failed on the Intimidate for the Eliminator. That's perfectly fine. I guess we can just combo the ever-living hell out of them. It's no big deal. We're going to be fast healing way faster than they can deal damage anyways, and the damage reduction is going to be fine. Alright. Yeah, 7 damage, that's nothing. We'll be fine. The only thing that we're going to be suffering from is obviously -3 levels and the exhaustion. And we're going to have to heal the ability damage, but that's small, comparatively. But yeah. At the very least, us doing this is getting us experience, which is kind of the go-to here for most cases here. Alright, let's see. We need to use a restoration here to cure our... Yeah, so we're going to need a polymorph back here. There we go. We are going to use a restoration here to cure our negative levels. There we go. And it also cures our charisma loss. So there you go. Pretty easy fix. Alright, let's get out of here. And let's save, and then we'll go from there. Nice. Alright, we are going to go all the way over to the makeshift lab. I don't think this is going to actually... Yeah, there's no loot there, but that's perfectly fine. Alright, we just got to wait for the lands of Yath Watch to open up its borders, and then we can teleport in, I guess. Well, there is, of course, Crusade things as well, so that's an option. Alright, let's see what we got here. Okay, we can strengthen the chain of command, but we do need the Decree of Preachers done before we can do that. We are currently up to rank 4 leadership, rank 4 diplomacy, rank 3 logistics, and military. I believe at minimum you need to be at 5 for all. But yeah, that takes time. Regardless, I guess I can go to campaign here. I'll move the advanced squadron of A here. Alright, the defense squadron is going to start marching its way back. We've got a level up here, so that'll be nice. We'll move over to the Gloomy Gorge to defend it. As for what we're going to go for, Spellcraft would be the ideal choice. Master of Maneuvers is the second best option. So we're just going to go Spellcraft because that's the ideal choice. But we'll go Master of Maneuvers when we're not using... but we're not getting more power for it. Words. Whatever. Okay, I think that's everything. We don't really need to do any movements, I do believe. Just keep to our defensive strategy. I guess we could pursue the demon armies over here, but they're a bit too difficult for our level right now. So we're just going to hold back here. Alright, let's close out of here. Alright, let's see. What have we got to do here? Okay, the teleportation circle is going to be done in 1 day, so that's good. That means we can teleport over to the lands of Yathwatch, which was my intended goal anyways. Is there anything else I need to do here? I don't think there is, so that is perfectly fine to just keep going the way we've been going. Gonna go this way. And we just need to wait for... Yep, there we go. Now we can teleport over to the lands of the Yathwatch. There we go. And with that, we can go to the Hearts of Mystery. We can go to the Ravaged Longhouse, the Burned Down Shack, and various other areas. We'll start with the Heart of Mystery, though, because this is a necessity, I do believe. Okay, let's first polymorph back, so that way we can get our buffs in. Just the basic ones should be enough. Or better yet, I'm just going to use Restoration. We should only need Mage Armor here, as there is barely any combat in these zones, if I recall my information correctly. We should only need Mage Armor for this particular instance, as I do believe enemies are always non-existent in these areas. I'll still check just to be sure, but you never know. Okay. Yep, nope. This is just the puzzle area, so I had a feeling it was this case. Alright, cool. So, this is the puzzle. I'm sure people already know what this is by now, so if you guys are not familiar, let me remind you. These are basically the masks that allow... Well, these puzzles are basically the mask areas that allow you to get... Well, there's the Ancient Ghost, so it pretty much answers things, for the most part. But if you complete this puzzle, you won't be able to complete it today, but I do believe you can actually complete it in Act 5. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, no, you need to complete in Act 5, but you can start on the puzzle a little bit. The Heart of Mystery will only open to the one most worthy. Secret knowledge must be earned. Can you reach the end? Will become the first among many. A translucent figure appears out of thin air, their voice a monotonous and indifferent, and their faces hidden behind a mask. The secrets of creation lie before you. Behind this keyhole, the key is in your hands. But to open the door, the secrets beyond, you'll have to first solve 5 riddles. 4 out of the 5 you will have found far away from here. Search, seek, and observe to reveal what is hidden. Reach the core of the riddle, touch the forgotten secrets, acquire the legacy of the ancients, and pierce the final veil. Bring the key you hold there, and solve the puzzles. And then return here to the Heart of Mystery, and face the final challenge. If you succeed, you will prove that you are the worthiest of all mortals. The secrets of the universe will be revealed to you, and you will know the meaning of everything that exists. You will see the past and present, and even the future will not escape your piercing gaze. You will become the universe. Who are you? Hey, can you hear me? You must complete the 5 puzzles. 4 of them will be found far from here. Solve them, then return here to the Heart of Mystery and face a challenge. Final challenge, the only worthiest first among the many puzzles you become in the universe. Yeah, so basically, you're given portals to the Legacy of the Ancients and the core of the riddle. I put my fort there in preparation for this particular instance, because you actually get 4 teleportation nodes that you can get through, And this basically acts like waypoints that you can just basically travel through the game pretty quickly. So, say you wanted to go to the core riddle, you go there. If you wanted to go to Legacy of the Ancients, you can go there. And you can use this as a sort of bridge point to teleport you around the world wound a little bit. So, if you're looking to get around the area, use this. It's basically a small trick that you can use. It's a little inconvenient, as opposed to just straight up teleporting to somewhere that you need to be at. But it does get you to places that you need to go to, so... Yeah, so the Heart of Mystery basically acts as a waypoint to the core of the riddle, the Legacy of Ancients, and 2 other riddles, I do believe. Unfortunately, the other 2 riddles are locked behind it's locked behind, rank, or chapter 5, but if you do it right, you can get everything that you need, so it's not a big deal. Alright, we're gonna go to the Ravaged Longhouse here. Let's see. Yep, we're gonna enter the location. I do believe this is a fairly dangerous area, if I remember correctly. I'm trying to recall. I think this is the dangerous area that we need to be careful about. But, yeah, no, this is it. Okay. So, this area might seem innocent, but I would urge you, if you are doing a playthrough here, definitely consider wielding, at the very least, Death Ward. And probably come here at night, because there is more activity at night, I must admit. So to start out with, we are going to buff up a little bit. Get our mage armor here. I'm even going to go far as using blur and mirror image, but not anything else beyond that, I think. But yeah, we don't need any elemental protection to my knowledge. We are going to need Death Ward though, so prepare that in advance. Definitely use some false life, I guess. We are also going to want to use that restoration just so we can actually move around here without any negatives. Alright. Gonna be moving pretty quickly here though, so let's get ready. We're going to save here. And yeah, let's just do some skill checks to get around. Athletics. There we go. 2,000, or that's a ton of experience. There you go. We can descend into the well, if we so desire. But I do believe at certain times of the day, there comes a bunch of mobs that, come through here. So, yeah. Not the threat here. Well, there isn't much of a threat outside right now, but depending on the time of day, it can get really nasty. Regardless, I'm gonna rush around here, quickly zoom through, because we got quite a bit to do here. Okay, but I do believe the well is the way to go. There is also here. But I don't want to go through here. I'm actually going to go through the well. Mainly because it's a skill check. And I think it's fun if you go down the well. Well, personally. Regardless, we've got our buff still. It's still got like 5 minutes on us, so that's good. But yeah, going through here, you get a bunch of puzzle pieces, which is necessary for the grand puzzle that we had just visited to begin with. And it will lead you into getting another mask, which is a nice little boon. But yeah, no, we are going to be facing some Bodax. They're not the worst enemy to be fighting, to be quite honest, but they do have outflanks, so that is one thing you gotta look out for. But other than that, they're really easy foes to fight, as long as you know what you're doing. So we're going to use a Veil of Positive Energy here at this point. Well, no, we can't really, but... You know what? No, let's just charge them. Well, we'll save here, obviously, before we do, but... Yeah, we'll just go straight into combat. Why not? But yeah, no, you're going to be dealing with a ton of Bodax here. And they're not going to be fun to deal with. Although, if you have a group, it's arguably way easier, so that is something to be worth noting. But yeah, no, we gotta be careful. We're not gonna be worrying about negative levels, but these guys are certainly annoying. Oh, these guys got fire and acid resistance. They got anything else I should be worried about? Maybe. Alright. But yeah, no, these guys are gonna start surrounding you. So, best be careful. But yeah, no, with all these gazes, you suffer a lot of negative levels if you don't have the proper protection. Okay, fire and acid resistance. We're probably gonna change that to what? They're immune to negative. So I guess cold damage is the way to go. Yep. There we go. There we go. 5 foot away. We've got... Yeah, the fire resistance is certainly going to be an impediment. But thankfully, we changed to cold, I do believe, so that's nice. Alright, cool. Alright, cold damage is now implemented. We can now use this to our advantage. There we go. It's going to start helping us clear up the enemies, which is nice. Oh, the sneaky unhallowed Badok is going to start circling around. Or they're going to try, anyways. Okay, we'll move back here. Alright, they're going to start moving back, apparently. Okay, we're moving back again. There we go. And yeah, it's just a matter of fighting these guys. And just avoiding being hurt by them. Okay, we'll attack you. Alright, we're going to intentionally go over here next to this Bodak. So that way we can deal with him first, and then we'll continue on. And yeah. But yeah, no, I do believe these enemies like to funnel out from the top as well. So if you do rest until nighttime here, I do believe these enemies start to come in clusters. It's a small little thing I noticed, but I don't think it doesn't really matter, I do believe. They only really give you like a little bit of experience, so it's really optional more than anything, if you want more experience on top of everything that you're getting here. Especially if you're with a group of 6, it's not that amazing. It's just minuscule at that point. So it really just depends on how you feel. Okay. Other than that, we're met with a bunch of stuff here and there. Nothing too crazy, though. We are given cold iron, though, so that's nice. Okay, we are given 2 areas to look through. We're going to go over to here, I do believe. I'm going to save, because this is going to lead into the basement that we had saw the entrance for. And, of course, there is more foes. We are currently, 4 minutes into the whole defense here. We're going to target this Badak here. There we go. These guys are going to start trying to move in and get some hits in, which I, expect a few here and there. Overall, we should be fine. I'm used to dealing with this many units. But the bereft one is going to be a nuisance, to say the least. In fact, I'm probably going to start targeting him first. Or do I? The bereft one is slightly weaker, but it's still a danger, so dealing with them is a necessity, to a degree. So I'm going to focus to Bereft, and then we'll go from there. Sadly, we can't intimidate these guys, so this is literally just going to be our life for a while. Let's see. Here we go. Bereft. There we go. Where is it? Here it is. And he's got a difficult AC to deal with, but that's perfectly fine. We'll live. I'm used to these sorts of just ring around the rosy sort of ordeals. All right. Okay, the Bereft. All right. Didn't kill him, but we're really close, so once we deal with him, the rest are gonna follow suit, so we'll be fine. Ow. Ow. Well, at least we got the damage reduction to overcome this. Well, not damage reduction, but there we go. Alright, that's the Bereft one, and we managed to get a juicy 30k experience, I believe, right? Yeah, 31k. Nice. That is going to help our experience bar a little bit, but not by much. But, hey, that's fine. We'll live. Our damage reduction is going to cut the damage significantly, thanks to the adaptation of physical armor. So even if we do get hit, we're going to have a DR of 20 against every single attack here. Not including any other attacks that we have. Because I do believe... Yeah, it's currently physical damage, and it's going to remain that way. And if I go into my martial here... Yep, we've got effectively a 30 damage reduction, which is really nice against enemies like this. Technically, we could have more, but we don't necessarily need it, but... it's nice. Okay. Alright, let's hope I'm banking on the right idea here, and I'm actually gonna be able to circle these guys around. But we'll see. We'll see. I won't be too worried if that's not the case. I'll just have to just mow them down the usual way. Alright, there we go. Alright, we're down to 4 now, which is gonna be really easy to deal with. We'll deal with the sneaky unhallowed one. Gonna move up here. There we go. Alright, let's deal with the normal Bodak. Alright, let's move up here. There we go. Alright. And now it's just these two. That just leaves the last Bodak. He's going to be pretty easy to deal with. He's just all alone now, after all. And there we go. We just get 2 nat 20. Well, potential 19s and 20s. So that's nice. There we go. Alright, from here, we've got... No, nothing there, but that's perfectly fine. We've got a lock here that we can just pick casually. And we get ourselves On the Brink of Death shirt. This shirt, whenever we are below 50 HP, each attack against us has a chance to reflect dealt damage. The enemy must pass a reflex save or suffer the attack. If you are playing a tank, this is a very good shirt. I urge you to consider it. But only do so if you are... Well, I guess technically it's an okay shirt, but I wouldn't say it's perfect, to be quite honest. It's got its flaws, I must admit. It could be better. But alas, we've done what we came here to do. We've managed to get what we sought, just more experience. And we should be good. We are halfway to level 20 even, so that's nice. These sorts of specialized fights are giving us a lot of leeway to progress through Chapter 4 with relative ease, I would imagine. It takes time, but, you know, these sorts of things always do. Oh, hold on. Before I do go, there appears to be a bit more here I can grab. Never hurts to grab what loot you can. Alright, let's get out of here. I do believe we've managed to gather everything. I'm just going to check this corner just to make sure. Yep. Alright, let's get going. It's over here. There we go. Alright, let's dip. Perfect. Alright, from here, we're going to go down to the burned down shack. This is probably going to be a pretty dangerous situation, I would imagine, but we'll see. Let's see. Anything in the crusade that I got to worry about? Nope. The preachers are coming next, I guess, so we will deal with that. Then we can upgrade our edicts accordingly. And yeah, we should be fine. Oh, hello. We've got Defenders of Freedom. The Yama Aztas. Okay, perfect. So it's just another edict to get more Aztas into our armies. We failed to sneak past the enemies. Okay, so we've got another fight on our hands. Interesting. Let's see what we're going to be facing. Most likely negative levels and ability damage. That is thankfully the case. Well, definitely the case, but thankfully we seem to have been lucky, and the enemy has not decided to actually engage us. That'll give us time to actually prep here. I'll just use a restoration scroll here, then some negative level remove, well, immunity. We should be good. So use one of those to cure myself a little bit. Use a Scroll of Death Ward. And we'll just use a Mage Armor. There we go. That should be enough. Alright, let's save here. I'm satisfied with this. I can deal with this fight. I'm guaranteed to. We'll charge the Nabasu here, and we should be good. These guys won't be able to handle us. Ah, we're dealing with Babaus as well. Lovely. Could have dealt with the Babaus first. It's fine. Alright, whatever. If we deal with the enemy fast enough, it's not going to matter. Yeah, as long as we deal with the Babasu, we're going to be fine. Yeah. Okay, 5 foot. There we go. Skipper left is not going to have a fun time. There you go. Yeah, they're really trying to dispel us. But we don't have anything to dispel, is the thing. Kill Nabasu. There we go. Alright, nice. Yep, the dispel magic's coming in clutch. Well, no. Not the dispel magic, but our absurd AC is just coming in clutch. I digress, though. Bao are going to try their best to attack us, but to no avail. Let's just take him out. There we go. And one more kill for the road. Boom. No loot, as to be expected, but the experience alone is just good. So I can't really complain. Alright. We're going to go down to the burned down shack here. We'll collect those. That is more resources added to our supply. Save on Sidequest galore. We are going to go to the Befouled Barrows here. And then we'll probably go over to the knapsack on a tree. And then we'll probably wrap it up from there. But for now, let's see. What does our edicts have for us? Alright, preachers have been triggered. We are going to strengthen a chain of command. Innately. Okay, how is our... Okay. Our finance points are growing bonkers now. That's good. How is our recruitment going? We could definitely recruit some mongrel sharpshooters, though, to add to our list of units. There we go. We will send them over to one of the armies here. There we go. Just increase our forces slowly but surely with numbers, and then we should be good. Let's see. I could go with mongrel sharpshooters or marksmen for one of the armies, but whatever. I guess I could technically use the Hating Kalian clerics, because they're going to be way better than the paladins. Yeah, let's actually bring the Hating Kalian clerics over to join our second army here. Why not? Let's bring these guys over. Advanced Squadron B, I want you to start charging over to go and visit. This might be the change that we need in replacement for the paladins. Because technically, Hating Kalian followers are technically healers, aren't they? Technically not, but they do have things that deal extra damage, so that'll be fun. Yeah, they can increase AC, they can summon beer elementals, which is something I actually wanted to do. So yeah, that'll be fun. Alright, well, with that, let's close out this then and continue on. Alright, let's go across here. Alright, we're going to save here. And we're going to go to the Befouled Barrows. Iridescent streaks appear in the billows violet sky above the desert lands. The streaks are not like ordinary Galarian rainbows. They look like more oil-drifted water. The swelling haze in the sky seems to waver along with the streaks. Time and time again, one of the commander's party spots some movement out of the corner of their eye and reaches for their weapon, only to immediately realize that they were mistaken. The ground underfoot turns a muddy gray, covered in a dense layer of ash expelled by geysers. Curious natural phenomena, not uncommon in these parts. In the distance, barrows can be seen appearing only as vague piles of rocks in a haze. The wind whips clouds of ash into the face of the commander and his party. Among with the ash, the wind ushers in ragged gray clouds that shroud the sky. A giant eye, cloud unblinking, watches the commander and his party from above. One can imagine how insignificant the creature struggling to cross the land must seem from such a height. In the break of the clouds, the white of the skies pulses, ready to burst like a boil. The dark cloud from the pupil grows blacker still. The commander studies the shape of the clouds more closely. Stein observes that in this wind, the ordinary storm clouds cannot coalesce into clear shapes. The air throbs with peril. This is no mere storm. What's brewing is something brought by the abyss, and possible only in the wound. Alright, we can either go with knowledge here or this. Let's see. Let's see. So it's either I go with the 12 or the 32. I guess the higher difficulty would probably be for the best. Worst case, I could reroll. Yeah, no, let's load. Let's try that again. We can always get... The experience of these things are always necessary, so we might as well try and go for the high skill checks at least. And hey, worst case, we can always just... What I can do here, actually, is... Oh yeah, no, I can't polymorph back. Damn. That's annoying. Sadly, I can't polymorph back either, so I am just straight up exhausted, sadly. So unless I actively rest, I won't be able to cure myself, which sucks. This is kind of why I wish I had the item that allows me to ignore fatigue and exhaustion, because otherwise things like this happen. Oh well. We are going to need to use a potion of heroism here. This will at least bolster our stats a little bit. What else can we do potion-wise? Let's see. We can't really do much here. Other step, no. Okay, well, all the same, we will save and we will do our best here. We managed to cure at least, well, we managed to increase our stat at least somewhat. About 12 minutes on it, so that's fine. Study it. Living creatures can be beaten, but one cannot conquer a force of nature. The commander decides to run for cover. The party manages to reach the barrels before the storm swells to its full force. Something suddenly drops from the sky, landing in a splat at the commander's feet like an overripe fruit. It is white, about the size of a chestnut. At the dark center, and the longer the commander stares at it, the more seems like something is staring back. The fruit looks disturbing like an eyeball. The whirlwind of ash stops the party from looking up to see what is happening to the sky. Perhaps the carrion bird was transporting its already run. Excuse me. Okay. Perhaps the carrion bird was transporting an already rotting prize home. At least that's what all the companions are hoping for, as they cluster around the milky white eyeball. A second eyeball lands nearby with an unpleasant squelch, leaving only a bloody splash on the ash-covered ground. Two eyeballs cannot be a coincidence. The looming rocky ledges, which give the barrow the appearance of a hill, look like they can come crashing down on the party's heads at any moment. However, they do offer protection from the storm. The horrific hail misses the party almost entirely. The eyeballs land around them in wet cacophony. The land around the barrows looks like a dumping ground, then a burial ground. The storms have been bleached skulls and bones, rusted armor and dented swords. This is a familiar sight. More surprising are the arms and legs of golems scattered around the waist, the once snarling faces of animals that are now lack resembled to their living brethren. Things that look like a horse carcasses, but with broken mechanical legs. Everything is brown with rust and long forgotten. A battle was fought here once. Through the veil of ash, the party struggles to find the entrance to the barrow. Well, we got high perception, so no need to use knowledge skill checks. There we go. Stein taps on a rock to test its solidarity, trying to find a weak point, a crevice, or a door. He smiles on it. The next strike is answered with a ringing of iron. The ash-darkened piece of metal that covers the entrance crumbles under Stein's attack. The mouth of the barrow is cool and smells damp and dust. More of the ash lies underfoot, pressed into a glossy, slippery crust. It is clear that the barrow has been constructed above a cave system. Deliberately carved out corridors stretching into the barrow's depths leave room for natural passageways. The wind wailing through the stalactites in the dark carries a strange sound, similar to a desperate human cry. Help me. Help me. The party strains to hear, and decides to... Let's find out what the voice belongs to. Stein listens intently and concludes that the voice does not belong to any beast or monster he's familiar with. Perhaps an illusory sound produced by the air whispering through the stalactites. It's also possible there's someone there, in the dark, crying for help. Let's go for it. Stein cannot ignore the cries for help, but the party rushes towards the sound, frequently look around, looking out for enemies or traps. The strings sing. The closer they get to the voice, the less distinct the pleas become, blurring into the grinding screech of a rusty mechanism. The only passage leading further into the barrow finishes into a dead end, a spacious cave. The walls decorated with prayer scopes that have almost entirely faded over time. Before the companions have a chance to decide whether to look for a door or turn back. The cave floor, which seems solid and well-trodden ash, vibrates and begins to ripple like water. One after another, the commander's companions are sucked into thick ashy mass, like they stepped into quicksand. Alright. We're gonna try grabbing hold of the projections here. The party notices a fissure in the nearest wall and tries to grab onto the cracks to climb out. The commander's companions hang suspended above the quagmire for a time, but they cannot move any further. There are no other ledges on the walls to grab onto. Even the strongest party members begin to lose their grip and gradually slide back down. That's the situation. The party understands that panicking is pointless. Assessing the situation and formulating a plan is much more useful. When they stop struggling, they notice that the quicksand seems to loosen its grip in turn. Below, they can hear strange noises like grinding metal. Could there be a mechanism drawing the quicksand downward? The exit from the cave is still too high up, and now the party has only one route down. Let's try and make an escape. The party floats into quick ash-like water and managed to slow the sinking to a precise measured movements. They maintained a composure, giving them time to think about what to do next. The party has tried to evade everything it can. The only option left is to accept its fate. Those who wish to speak barely have time to say their goodbyes. We're going down. The quagmire resistance vanishes as expected. The commander opens his eyes, sensing that he's in freefall. Through the gloom, he sees a spear sticking out parallel to the ground, and he manages to grab hold of the wood and hang suspended from it. Suddenly, everything jolts into action. Dozens of daggers, saws, swords, and spears spring out from all sides, whistling through the air. But there's no enemy ambush. The weapons are being brandished by the pistons and loudly scraping gears of a giant mechanism. The spear that saved the commander was so rusted in its piston that it is no longer able to move. The party has found itself in the heart of a giant metal flower, growing up and out of the ashy quagmire, covering the floor. The Urnrog, built by the Forge of the Abyss, tried to close its petals, crushing, mashing, cutting its victims to pieces. But years of lying dormant in darkness have taken their toll. Its articulations move with a soul-shattering screech, become easily jammed. Modified bodies of unlucky crusaders can still be seen hanging speared on rusted blades. If the commander wants to avoid their fates, he must. Alright. Okay, we're gonna break the pistons. The pistons brandishing the weapons look rusted and fragile. The commander strikes out and blows a one, which is armed with a serrated lance. The lance plummets towards the bottom and falls between the toothed gears, at the heart of the Unrag. The screeching of the jammed mechanism sounds like a pained human shriek. The Unrag shudders for several seconds, trying to grind down its own parts. Finally, it succeeds, but perhaps the commander will find a sturdier lance to halt the mechanism for good. The commander is almost out of time. Another few minutes, and it will be all over. Realizing that a simple escape is impossible, the commander decides to try driving the Unrag's main mechanism in the heart of the flower. He looks around for something sturdy and finds a hammer in the hands of a dead paladin. Hammers are usually made of metal, so yeet. The commander is almost... Yep. The body of the paladin, clutching the warhammer in his hands of bone, hangs from one of the Unrag's hammers pointing directly upward. The commander is lucky that the warrior chose to meet his death with weapon in hand. The commander drags the body towards him and grabs the hammer, but the Servant of Light's grip is still surprisingly strong and refuses to relinquish the weapon. The bone arms are easily ripped from the skeleton's shoulder, still holding the hammer. The commander tosses the loss into the heart of the Unrag. The hammer falls, sparking the gears and getting stuck between them. The furious screeching and scraping, the Unrag tries to grind up the hammer, but it cannot. The tremor travels up the pedals, there's a deafening cracking sound, and Unrag stills. After carefully extracting themselves from the clutches of the broken Unrag, The commander and his party find themselves up to their knees in an ashy sludge once more. But this time, it only harmlessly squelches under their feet as they walk. A dark breach yawns before them, and the cry of the commander heard at the entrance the bearer rises up again. Me. Since there is no other route, the commander decides to pray for the dead crusaders. The commander offers up a prayer, thanking the crusaders who helped their fellow soldiers even in death, and asking for forgiveness for not treating their bodies with the respect they deserve. He feels warmth suffuse him, like the dead truly are with him, by wishing the party good luck on its onward journey. After all its ordeals, the party finally goes up to the surface and emerges in a small chamber. Lights protrude for a number of openings dotted all over the walls and connect to a small box adorned with Baphomet's symbol. The box cries out, producing high, plaintive noises that, when carried through the pipes, begin to sound something like "Help me." The commander knows that this is just another demonic mechanism, created to lure crusaders into the barrow. He smashes the box, scattering small bolts and gears across the room. Silence reigns. There are no secrets left in this place now. And there you go. It does appear that we've lost Ivu here. But it does appear the animal companions and everybody has returned, so that's nice. But we get experience for each check here, 360 specifically. So it's not like it's an amazing amount, but it's certainly something to add to your list, if you want to go that far. And I do believe the last thing on the list here is... Honestly, I'm just going to evade the merchant. I don't need to deal with them right now. We're going to go here, we're going to collect these guys. And I think that's it. We are done here. We're going to go into our edicts here. We've strengthened the chain of command here. We just need military and logistics up, I do believe. And we should be good. We can go outpost to Bastion expansion, but before we do that, and do any of that, I'm actually going to teleport back. Because, yeah, there's nothing here, so we're just going to teleport back. We're going to go deal with the edicts, and then we should be good. It's time to go back to Dresden. And we're going to save here. And until we actually get the go-to to go into the Winter Sun, we're actually going to hold off on any movements, I think. So for now, let's go to the Citadel, because I'm assuming we've got way more edicts that we got to overcome, so we're going to do that, and then we will continue from there. Which will be nice, I would imagine. So that's going to be cool. Alright. Now. Commander, please forgive this sudden visit. Nevi has sent a messenger for me to asking you to come immediately. There she is. Greeting, Commander, revered cleric. A muscular black-skinned man wearing Hell Knight's armor is walking next to Anevia. Despite the difference in height, he is obviously nervous around a delicate woman, looking around and biting his lip. Allow me to introduce. I'm Hell Knight Ambassador Ordered in Nail, Trevor Vernick. The knight salutes. Greetings on behalf of the Order. Forgive me, I can't stay. Duty calls. I have a pressing errand. From headquarters. Yes, it's very urgent. Lucille is silent. His lips are pressed together. He doesn't move, not even to breathe, seemingly. The cleric is staring at the visitor. So your name is Trevor Vernick. That's right. I serve the cause of the crusade. It must be true. We have to take our guest's word for it. He has no documentation or insignia confirming his identity. What? What are you getting at? Nothing. Nothing at all. Anevia casts a gaze at Sociel. The priest's mouth is twisted and his fists are clenched. We're happy to welcome you to Dresden, Trevor Vernick. Enough! Sociel lunges at the guest, his face distorted with emotion, and you suspect the cleric's about to throw a punch, but he clenches his fist. His clenched fist remains lowered. Who are you? How dare you call your name by that scoundrel? Who, me? I'm not a scoundrel. People are always bad-mouthing us. There's a saying. Credit won by a lie only lasts till the truth comes out. Vernick is a proud knight. I won't put up with this slander. Anevia, who is this? Great question. I have no idea. My guys clocked him when he was trying to threaten a merchant with his so-called order and get a horse for free. Then he gave a familiar name. So I decided to organize a face-to-face for long-lost brothers. You knew it wasn't Trevor right from the off. You saw Trevor when he served Canabras. Of course. But I hoped that meeting you would make him drop the pretense and crack. So, Seal, is this Trevor? Of course not. But how does he know that name? And why is he wearing the black armor? And where do these words... The commander's voice drops to a whisper, and you don't hear the end of that phrase. So, you are an imposter. Me? No. It's not true, I swear. I'm gonna do an abnormally weird thing. I'm gonna throw him in prison. We need to get, knowledge out of him. Anevia takes the imposter away. He follows her, unshackled. The Seal watches them leave. His fists unclench, he drops his shoulders. Where did he come from, and did you hear what he said about truth and lies? That won by a lie only lasts till the truth comes out. This is what they say in Andorran. They used to say it often. Of course, one proverb doesn't mean anything, but I feel like that imposter knows my brother. Hey, Lynn, what's going on? Commander, please, we have to interrogate him. Oh boy, even more edicts. Okay, I'm gonna skip through these for the most part, because basically it's just a bunch of stuff. What's the gist of the political conflict? Okay. Let's see what the council has to say. Okay. Alright, we can go with Andorran equipment, which will give us 6,000 finance points. And... let's see. Andorran equipment. Unit has 3 bonus maximum HP. We get finance points, and... Footmen, champions, shield bearers, spearmen, handmasters, convicts, and conscripts gain the Andorran equipment fees. So basically, we can go for melee unit scare. We could accept Andorran's help and get hedge knights, and paladins, cuirassiers, wolf riders, hedge knights, raiders, and light cavalry gain excellent horses, which give a 3 to AC. We could also go with lands option, which I kind of like. So we would get 45 rangers, and archers, rangers, marksmen, axe hunters, headhunters, bandits, and slingers get the Isker training. An opponent damaged by this unit makes a fortitude saving throw. Failing a saving throw applies a -2 penalty to AC and saving throws. Attracted by fame. Reinforcements from the homeland. This will increase our morale. I'm going to go with lands option. We'll publicly announce that we disapprove of the Andorrans' politics and refuse their armies. I like this option because it gives a buff for our archers, which is nice. Commander, you have already demonstrated your defiance to the Royal Council. Do not cross the line that separates defiance from an open attack on Mendeb's interests. The Royal Council will not forgive you for it. Is that a threat? Merely a warning. Your actions, on the other hand, are indeed threatening to Mendev. Her Majesty has entrusted her kingdom to the Royal Council. It is their duty to oppose those who hurt her interests. By turning them against you, you leave them no choice but to start hurting you. But I am refusing their aid. I'm just doing it in my own way. The decision's been made, and it's final. There will be consequences. Severe and unpleasant consequences. Let's see if there are still nations in Avestan who conduct their politics honestly. If there are, our decision won't go unnoticed. And hopefully Andorran will learn its lesson. I hope you're all pleased with the work of the Diplomatic Council. Doubt that the capital will henceforth be inclined to involve you in matters of politics, Commander. You may give your demon war your undivided attention. That's what I should be doing. Like, period. God. Alright. What are you suggesting, Woljif? Okay, Ruchelet, Plan, Dorlinja, okay. Alright, let's see. We can get the favoritism feat, which gives us 33 extra experience for our generals, which is a great way to level up quickly. We could go with the Reminder of Piety, getting us 7 energy points income. We could go with 20 material point income. Or we can get the Caravan Master's feat, which increases our movement. Now, of course we could go with Woljif's option, which will increase leveling up. But I'm actually going to go with Caravan Masters. Getting movement is really ideal for anything, and it will help in the long run. Yes, Commander. I'll send the letters today. They have plenty of work in Dresden too. They know their business, and they'll help us keep an army organized during marches. There we go. I like that idea. It increases our movement, which is exactly what we want. Alright. Let's see what the cavalry has. Alright. Okay, so we've got a choice between paladins, which are basically healing units. We've actually recruited paladins on a, another point in time. Cuirassiers are absurdly potent units, I do believe. Let's see. Yeah, they basically act similarly to Hell Knights in, in power, but, there's also Hedge Knights, which also are pretty dope, but they have critical. So they're very, combat heavy. The Verundan Forests have Wolf Riders, which have battering ram attacks. I'm gonna say no to the Wolf Riders. Or we could rely on Light Cavalry. It's basically an upgrade from Mounted Scouts. Light Cavalry are basically the stronger version of it. I'm personally inclined for the Cuirassiers. I like the idea of having tanky, warriors in the front lines here. As for the Paladins, The Power of Divine is not bad, but I like the idea of Cuirassiers here. They will become excellent tools for crafting our victory. Yeah, exactly. Alright. What do you think of the Wary? They're your comrades in arms, after all. Alright. Alright, let's see. We can get a monument, which gives us a +5 bonus to act twice due to positive combat morale. We can only build one in each fort, though, so that's something worth noting. We can get the Gallows ready, which decreases the chance to skip turn actions due to negative morale by 3 for all units. We can also go with Darren's option, which gets us a Tavern, which reduces all morale effects in combat by 10%. Or we can go with Captain Haradaman's option, which increases the chance to act twice, and reduces the chance to skip action due to negative combat morale. So +3 to act twice, and -3 to skip action due to negative. Okay. Oh, okay. I see what's going on. Okay, so Reginald's one is actually pretty bad, I must admit. Yeah, you're only getting a decrease of 3%. Captain Haradaman's actually a really good one, I think. Hmm. The question is, do I want a monument so I get +5 bonus to act twice, or do I want a +3 to act twice and then a +3 to not skip an action? I like the Captain Haradaman's option, I must admit. Give the order to set up a bulletin board. I like that option. Alright, and with that, that is most of the edicts done, I think. Among a few other things here and there. But I digress. I think for today, I'm going to wrap it up here. I've managed to do quite a bit for today, and I must admit I'm feeling a little tired, so I'll probably wrap it up here and just deal with that as is. Let's see. Is there any upgrades I need to overcome here? We've gotten rank 5. We've got rank 5 here. We've got rank 4 here and here. We need more military, and we need more logistics. Those are the two things that we need to cover before the end of the month here. We can now also upgrade Outpost to Bastion, I suppose. That is another thing that we can do, but I'm going to wrap all of that next time. So, for next stream, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be going into... Yeah, we're just going to go into Dresden. We're going to interrogate, I do believe. From there, we are probably going to go into Winter Sun, and we are going to deal with that issue. And by the time we are done all that, we're just going to do whatever comes popping up. We'll probably deal with the rest of the foes here with relative ease, and we will wrap it up from there. Well, hopefully, by the time we are done here, we will either this stream or next stream, or no, next stream or the stream after that, we will be getting into Act 4. But I digress. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I know I did. And I will see you guys next stream. Take care, everybody. Have a good day.